What's going on, guys? Mirror here, back with another Genshin Impact video, and today I want to talk about reaching AR50 as well as World Level 7. So, I have just reached AR50 and ascended to World Level 7 a couple of days ago. So, I did it on stream and I immediately ascended. There was an Ascension quest, which is kind of surprising. I was expecting the next Ascension quest to be at AR55, but it came at AR50 instead. So, I want to talk about some of the things that stay the same and also some of the things that are different between World Level 6 and World Level 7. And I hope this will give you a more in-depth view of World Level 7 as a whole and whether you should advance or not. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first thing that stays the same would be the artifact domains. And at AR45, you do unlock the level 90 domain, and at AR50, you will not get a new domain. So you are capped at the level 90 domain, and there is not much else you can do. So you will be doing the same domains that you have been doing since the AR45 ones, and yeah, nothing actually changes. You are still guaranteed 1 5-star, and the drop rate, you will not get increased drop rate on the 5-star artifacts. So yeah, pretty much everything stays the same at AR50 for artifact domains. So another thing that stays the same would be the monsters, and by that I don't mean by like the levels stay the same, but rather the general difficulty of the monsters in the overworld will stay relatively the same. So if they have been easy for you, they will continue to be easy for you. So you might see the levels go up a little bit, but honestly there's not much of a difference. Here, let me just show you what I mean. So these monsters have been relatively not much of a challenge for me, and they continue to stay that way. So if you have defeated them with relative ease at AR45, the same will still apply. So next, let's talk about what actually changes in World Level 7. And one of the things that you are going to see an immediate difference in would be the bosses. So I'm talking about the Regisvines, the Hypostasis, Oceanid, and also even the weekly bosses like Stormterror and the Wolf as well as Tartaglia. So these bosses, you will see a significant difference in terms of their tankiness. That is at least what I have noticed. And personally for me, something that takes 2 DPS windows to defeat back in World Level 6 now takes 3 DPS windows instead. And that is pretty much the main difference. They do get tankier, but in terms of survivability, you are not going to see much of a difference there. They still hit around the same, and you know, they're not gonna like one-shot you suddenly, except for the skills that actually one-shot you even back in AR45. One thing to note though is the drops for the bosses themselves. So if you do the Regisvines, for example, you will know that in World Level 6, the 5-star artifacts drops are ridiculous, right? You basically get like 0 chance, near 0, like 10% maybe, of getting the 5-star artifacts. But as you reach AR50 and World Level 7, the drop rate significantly increases. I don't know what's the exact percentage, but when I do the bosses, I do see a significant difference. Most of the time, like about half of the time maybe, or even more than that, I am getting 5-star artifacts, which is really, really nice. But do keep in mind that it is not 100%. So if you are looking to get 100% artifacts, 5-star artifacts, on the Gladiator artifacts as well as the Wanderer's Troop, AR50 is not the place. You do have to get to AR55 and World Level 8 for it to be 100%. But you know, just having that more significant drop rate on the 5-star artifacts from bosses is worth it for me personally, because a lot of my characters use the Gladiators artifact set, right? And it is just a really, really nice set to have on your main DPS characters. And having that significant drop rate upgrade is in itself worth it for me to ascend. And you know, if your characters don't use the gladiator set or the Wanderer's Troop, then honestly there's not gonna be much of a difference for you in terms of perks. So yeah, that is it for the artifacts, drops, and bosses. Last but not least, the final change that you are going to experience going into World Level 7 would be the ability to ascend your characters further and level them up to level 90, right? So if you take a look at my team over here, Diluc is the only character that is level 80 right now and eligible for Ascension, but we don't have the materials just yet, so I am still going to be farming for a little while before I ascend him to level 90. And from the fight that you guys saw just now with the Pyro Regisvine, you can see that you know, even with a suboptimal team, having, you know, no hydro units against the Pyro Regisvine, you are still able to down it with relative ease, although it will take you a little bit longer. And you know, this is the team that I used to take down the Pyro Regisvine that you saw just now, right? And if you look at the characters that I have, especially the two sub DPS, Fischl and Venti, these two characters are level 70 and they are not level 80. Well, Venti is ascended to 80, but he is still at level 70 right now. And if you take a look at their artifacts, honestly, they're not well built. Okay, they're using 4-star artifacts. Okay, and some of them are not even level 16, right? Plus 16. And the same thing goes for Fischl. And if you take a look at Fischl's artifacts, this is you know, really suboptimal in the sense that, you know, there is one 5-star and even the 5-star is not plus 20, and the other artifacts are 4-star artifacts. And even if you take a look at Diona, which is using 5-star artifacts, her artifacts are really low level, like plus 0, plus 12, plus 13, plus 8, you know, stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I did want to use this team to prove to you that you don't have to be super, you know, prepared for AR50 and World Level 7. You can still clear the bosses with not much of an issue as long as your team is well optimized. So to summarize this video up, in conclusion, there is no need to rush to AR50 because the perks are just really slight unless you are going for that 5-star artifacts on the bosses, and you don't have to be too prepared to ascend. So I highly recommend that you take your time going to AR50, but once you get to AR50, don't be too afraid to ascend to World Level 7. So yeah, that's all I have for you for today, and thank you so much for watching till the end if you are still here. And I will be streaming the 1.2 live stream tomorrow at 8 PM plus 8 GMT, so if you don't want to miss that, I am doing a live translation, so do subscribe to the channel and also smash like on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace!